Hey guys, so this is just a short video showing you everything you need to do your very own watch build. Here I've built an NH34 movement based GMT, which is a Seiko movement, and here we are looking at everything in my basket on AliExpress, where you can get all different watch parts and watchmaking tools. So I love watches, and I'm inspired by other YouTubers who've built their own homage watches, and I thought, let me give it a go, let me build something myself as well. So we'll go through everything that's on the list here in the basket, and everything I needed and had and needed and didn't have, so you can be informed when you want to make your own watch from scratch. From parts from AliExpress or Amazon. So I hit the pay button, and altogether all the parts and tools I needed come to 164 euros. And then I wait.
One eternity later.
Success. Everything's arrived. We'll go through these one by one and show you everything we needed. And here is a definite must, which is a watchmaking tools kit, and that we'll also go through. There's everything included in the kit, and you can pick these up relatively cheaply on Amazon or on AliExpress or any other online marketplace. So let's go to the unboxing. So this is the first item. It's a kind of kit with several items. We'll go through them one by one. We have a watch hand press tool. There's 3 of them for putting your seconds, minutes and hour hands onto the dial. And we have Seiko watchmaker putty. This is an absolute must-have as well. There's a dial guard there too. There's a dial brush. I've never used that, but what I did use almost throughout the entire build was this rubber dust blower. Yeah, super important. Okay, so next up we have this watch or dial cushion. Definitely use this throughout the entire build. Get yourself one of these. Next, it's best to have gloves. A lot of watchmakers tend to prefer the finger condoms, but I like the gloves. Here's a watch holder. Just remember that's not a movement holder. And then there's a bracelet link remover as well. Never used that, but it is a useful tool. Here we have a watch back remover, and then pliers and some tweezers. Tweezers are super important. These are steel tip tweezers. So later on we'll see I got some plastic tip ones as well. Okay, so as you can see, when you purchase a movement, it comes pretty well wrapped up. So that's great. I mean, it took maybe 75 hours to unbox, but definitely worth it to get a working movement. These are obviously very sensitive. So as I said, it's a Seiko NH34, which is a GMT movement. It's got 24 joules and about 40 hours power reserve. I also bought extra case back gaskets or O-rings. I never used the extras, I just used the one that came with the watch case, but always good to have them if you're going to do another build. Here's the extra tweezers I bought. I would say these are super important if you don't want to scratch the dial. So get yourself a pair of plastic tip tweezers as well. Even if you have the steel tip, many times during the build I was using both the tweezers, and yeah, definitely worth getting plastic tip tweezers as well. So I bought a GMT hand separate to the one that comes with the set of hands that I used for the watch, just in case. And then here I have the dial I bought for the watch, and you can see it's a beautiful GMT dial. It says GMT and water resistant on it, but it has no other markings and no other logos or anything like that. And then I also bought a plain white dial with no markings at all. It doesn't say GMT, it doesn't have a waterproof marking, and I ended up not using that, but I'll probably use it for another build. Okay, and then last of all, we have in here the movement guard modification plate that you saw in the basket there, that you put on the back of the movement. You stick it on with some double-sided tape, and in the end I ended up not using that, so we'll talk about that in the watch build video. But you can get it or not get it. whichever you like. And then here I have a turquoise dial insert. Again, I ended up not using that, but it's good to have it. I could use it for another build at some stage. And there's the watch handset. It's got the minutes, seconds, and hours hands, and the GMT hand as well. Okay, on to the next thing. I believe this is the watch case. So it's an aluminium GMT watch case with an aluminium bracelet. I really like the feel of it. It's quite a heavy watch case, and it's got that black dial insert, the GMT dial insert, and a clear glass back. Okay, so that's everything I bought for the build and all the tools that I had. There's one thing that I didn't have that became almost imperative for me, and that was a movement holder. These are pretty cheap. You can buy them on AliExpress or on Amazon, and definitely I would recommend having one. I ended up halfway through the build buying one and waiting for it to come and then completing the build. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this useful or interesting, and join me for the actual build video.